In some more news coming in now, several Arab countries have strongly condemned remarks made by US Ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, in which he appeared to suggest that Israel had a biblical right to control a vast swath of the Middle East. Saudi Arabia described his comments as reckless and irresponsible, while Jordan labeled them as an assault on the sovereignty of the countries of the region. In a statement, Saudi Arabia's foreign ministry expressed its strongest condemnation and complete rejection of Huckabee's suggestion that Israel's control over the entire Middle East could be acceptable. Egypt's foreign ministry reiterated that Israel has no sovereignty over Palestinian territories or any other Arab land. The Palestinian Authority also criticized Huckabee's remarks, claiming that they contradicted US President Donald Trump's stance on Israel's annexation of the West Bank. The comments were made during a podcast interview with commentator Tucker Carlson, where Huckabee was questioned about his interpretation of Bible verses from Genesis. When Carlson pressed Huckabee on whether Israel had a biblical right to land extending from the Nile to the Euphrates, Huckabee responded, and I quote here, "It would be fine if they took it all." Though he clarified that Israel was not seeking to expand its territory and has a right to security in the land it legitimately holds. The statement, described by Huckabee himself as somewhat of a hyperbolic statement, has sparked outrage from various Middle Eastern nations, including Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Egypt, and several international organizations. Joining us on the broadcast for more on this is my colleague Arzu Seth for more. Arzu, we have a very controversial statement over here by the US ambassador to Israel, and this has drawn in sharp criticism from Jordan, from Saudi Arabia, from Egypt and other international organizations as well.
Well, definitely, and now the several Arab countries have condemned the remark which was made by US Ambassador to Israel, Mikey, who appeared to be suggested in an interview that Israel had a biblical right to a vast swath of the Middle East, and Saudi Arabia described his words as reckless and irresponsible, while Jordan said it was an assault on the sovereignty of the countries of the region. So definitely, you know, the Arab countries are condemning what the U.S. ambassador to Israel has said, and the foreign ministry of Saudi Arabia said in a post on X that it expresses its strongest condemnation, complete rejection of the statement made by the United States ambassador to Israel, and in which he recklessly suggested that Israel's control over the entire Middle East would be acceptable. Yes.
Right, and Arzu, when we are looking at the reaction from other countries as well, like Saudi Arabia has called it reckless and irresponsible, Jordan has called them an assault on the sovereignty of the countries of the region.
Well, definitely, and Egypt, if we talk about the other countries, Egypt's foreign ministry wrote that it would reaffirm that Israel has no sovereignty over the occupied Palestinian territory or any other Arab lands, and also the Palestinian Authority said that the words contradict U.S. President Donald Trump's rejections of Israel annexing the West Bank, and so definitely, the countries like the Jordan, the Egypt are now condemning is what the U.S. ambassador to Israel has said. Yes.
Right, Arzu. I'd request you to please stay